passed a vote of confidence on Akpabio. Federal government wants Nigerians to relocate from riverbanks. Thanks for joining us on News Express. I'm Kingsley in Nyovusa. Now the news. I will begin from Ekiti State, where Governor Biodun Oyebanji has reaffirmed his commitment to fulfilling the social contract he made with the people of Ekiti during his campaign. Governor Oyebanji, during his State of the State address at the Ekiti State House of Assembly to mark his second year in office, emphasized his determination to bring prosperity to the state as soon as possible. He highlighting his administration's progress in the health sector. Oyebanji noted strides towards universal health coverage, some of which includes improvements in service delivery, workforce development, health promotion, disease prevention, health financing, and healthcare infrastructure, among others. The governor further emphasized the agriculture, rural and infrastructure development, as well as industrialization, as the central pillars of his administration, with food security being a top priority. Oyebanji pledged continued investment in infrastructure to drive industrial growth in Ekiti. Still in Ekiti, Governor Biodun Oyebanji has yesterday signed 3 critical bills, including the Ekiti State Property Protection and Land Grabbing Second Amendment Law 2024. Passed by the State House of Assembly into law, with stressing the need to regulate and sanitize land acquisition processes in the states. The law, when fully operational, will prohibit forcefully entry, legal occupation of landed properties, fraudulent and violent conduct pertaining to landed properties in the states. Other bills that were signed into law included High Court Law, First Amendment 2014, and Ekiti State Legislative House Powers and Privileges Law 2024. The Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Adeoye Aribasoye, accompanied by the Leader of the House, Honorable Tolu Ige, and the Clerk, Mrs. Agbede, presented the documents to the governor for his assent at a brief ceremony held at the Executive Council Chamber, Governor's House in Ado Ekiti. Ekiti State Commissioner for Information, Honorable Taiwo Latubosun, has commended Governor Biodun Oyebanji for his ability to inspire, motivate, and empower others, as well as his capacity to make difficult decisions in inspiring trust. The commissioner, who made the commendation in congratulatory message to the governor on the occasion of his 2-year in office, described Governor Oyebanji as the foremost progressive governor in Nigeria, who with his leadership style and approach is transforming Ekiti State to the fastest growing economy and destination for investors. Olatuboso, who expressed gratitude to be part of the success story and feel compelled to acknowledge the amazing leadership quality of the governor, he prayed for God's wisdom and strength, asking that his tenure be continually marked by impactful leadership and transformative initiatives. Away from Ekiti State to the National Assembly, senators have today passed a vote of confidence on the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. The vote of confidence on the presiding officers of the Senate came on the heels of reports that his colleagues have plans to impeach him. I recall some reports had speculated that the presidency had drafted a large number of operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS) into the National Assembly complex to stop senators from performing their constitutional responsibilities, including a plot to remove Akpabio as the Senate President. Akpabio had denied the report, saying the Red Chamber remains united. Meanwhile, the presidency has dismissed the reports of a planned move to impeach the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, stating that such reports should be disregarded because there is a harmonious relationship between the executive and legislature. A statement issued by President Bola Tinubu's advisor on National Assembly matters, Senator Bashir Lado, assured that the president is committed to working with the legislative arm of government. He also noted that the Senate would continue to function freely and without interference, adding that security presence at the National Assembly complex is for the routine safety and protection of legislators and staff. To the Green Chamber, the House of Representatives has cautioned that the recent hike in fuel pump price could trigger social unrest. The Green Chamber handed down the warning as the meeting between the federal government and labor leaders over the increase in petrol prices ended in a stalemate yesterday. You recall last week, NNPC retail outlets raised the petrol prices to 1,030 naira per litre from 897 naira in Abuja, while in Lagos the price jumped to 998 naira per litre from 868 naira. Other regions experienced similar increases. The second price hike in a month, reflecting an increase of about 14.8% or 133 naira. But addressing the issue during plenary, the House called on the federal government to immediately reverse the hike in the price of petrol and cooking gas, given the current economic hardship across the country. A bill sponsored by Godwin Ofiono and three other during plenary seeking the creation of Ogoja State scheduled second reading in the House of Representatives today. The Constitution Alteration Bill seeks to amend the 1999 Constitution to create an additional state in the South-South region. Mr. Ofiono, who moved the motion, stated that the essence of the bill is rested on equity, adding that if the bill is passed into law, it will bring the number of states in the South-South region to 7. The bill scaled second reading without any opposition from members and was referred to the House Committee on Constitutional Review. Away from the National Assembly, the federal government, through the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, has advised Nigerians living around the riverbanks along the River Benue basins to quickly move to safer grounds. In a statement today, NSA Director General Umar Mohammed warned that waters on the River Benue has reached the flooding level due to increased rainfall. He also urged those along the River Niger to move to a safe location as the management of Kanjin and Jeba dams are working to control the floodwaters. The NSA boasts urged Nigerians to cooperate with emergency management agencies and work together to build resilience against the flooding in Nigeria and minimize the effects of the flood. Meanwhile, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to review his current monetary and fiscal policies, stating that they are not working effectively. The governor, at the launch of the Nigerian Development Update in Abuja today, urged the government to avoid being dogmatic in its approach, emphasizing the urgent need for change due to the growing hardship in the country. Mohammed also called on the federal government to develop more effective economic policies, stressing that the funds that currently are being received are insufficient to address the widespread hunger. To other matters, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has today declared that the Nigerian government has refused to release its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, because he has not compromised. IPOB stated that Kanu is being prosecuted because the group has not been destroyed, as expected by the Nigerian government. The spokesman of IPOB, Imar Powerful, in a statement today, stated that Kanu remains a prisoner of conscience and must be released unconditionally. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Rabadu, has said that a sizable number of illicit weapons in circulation originally belonged to the federal government. Rabadu, who was at the arms destruction exercise by the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons at Muhammad Buhari Cantonment, Abuja, he said the weapons got into the hands of non-state actors through bad eggs and the security agencies. He, however, assured that the government will everything to secure the country. You're listening to News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti. Still to come, business, foreign, entertainment and sport news. Please stay with us.
Hello, good people of Ekiti State and its environment. For your private, political, family, or club meetings, and so on, of not more than 50 to 100 participants, we introduce to you Adamimogo Event Hall. Yes, right at Olojudo's Palace, Adamimogo 107.7 FM's compound, Ido Ekiti. Ample parking space, good security, clean environment. You also have the opportunity to book for a media publicity of your event on our fast-growing social media platforms. All these for a talking. Simply visit us at Olojudo's Palace, Ido Ekiti, or call the following numbers for more inquiries: 0803 526 5812 or 0916 340 0878 or 0806 511 4430. You can also call 0806 380 8891 at Adamimogo Event Hall. We are waiting for your patronage.
Glad to know you're still there and you're welcome. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook via Adamimogo 107.7 FM. For happenings around you or news inquiries, please contact our newsroom on this number 0811 801 8242. Now the rest of the bulletin. On business news, Cardoso says that CBN verifying disputed $2.4 billion FX claims. Kende Ayola is standing by.
Good evening and welcome to Business Update. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC) remains the exclusive buyer of premium motor spirit (PMS), commonly known as petrol, from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. Despite the federal government's recent directive allowing other oil marketers to begin sourcing PMS from the facility, yesterday, oil marketers disclosed that NNPC could continue to serve as the sole buyer from the $20 billion Lekki refinery until its current agreement with Dangote on PMS lifting ends. However, they did not specify when this agreement would conclude, and neither NNPC nor Dangote refinery officials provided details on its expiration. On October 11, 2024, the federal government, through a statement from the Finance Ministry, announced that oil marketers could now directly negotiate with Dangote refinery to purchase petrol without involving NNPC. Still on Business Update, the Central Bank of Nigeria has commenced a revalidation exercise to ascertain complaints to manufacturers and importers over foreign exchange claims worth $2.4 billion. The CBN Governor, Olayemi Cardoso, disclosed this while speaking to the business community at a special summit dinner organized by the Nigeria Economy Summit Group on Tuesday night in Abuja. He said the bank has finalized its first stage of verification and is currently going through a second stage to authenticate claims by manufacturers. This new development comes 8 months after the Apex banks claimed to have cleared FX forward worth $7 billion, effectively eliminating a legacy burden. And that's all on business news. My name is Kende Ayola.
Thank you, Kende Ayola. On foreign scene, 15 jailed for deadly building collapse in China. Testimony by Logun Hasma.
For foreign news this evening, former Mexico Secretary of Public Security, General Garcia Luna, has been sentenced to over 38 years in prison by the New York court for his role in collaborating with the Sinaloa cartel led by notorious drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Recall, Garcia Luna, age 56, was Mexico's top law enforcement official between 2006 and 2012 under former President Felipe Calderon, where he was responsible for leading the fight against drug cartel. However, following the conviction in February, where a jury found him guilty of accepting millions in bribes to protect the cartel drug trafficking operation for more than a decade, a U.S. attorney for Eastern District of New York said in a statement today that Garcia Luna has been sentenced to 40 years in federal prison with a $2 million fine. Similarly, a total of 15 people were sentenced to prison in Central China, Hunan province today for their role in a deadly building collapse that claimed 54 lives in 2022. The defendants included the owner of the illegally built and extended building and the official found of dereliction of duty received jail terms ranging from 2 years and 9 months to 12 years. This is according to the first instance verdict by local court. The incident occurred in Wangcheng district in the provincial capital of Changshan on April 29, 2022, leaving 54 dead and 9 wounded. The state council set up an investigation team to look into the incident shortly after it occurred. And that's all on foreign news this evening. Thanks for joining us. My name is Testimony Balogun.
Alright, on entertainment news, Chris Clown says skit making becoming a big industry. Success, Areola has more.
And welcome to Entertainment News. Rapper and actor Folarin Falana, popularly known as Falz, has showered praise on filmmaker and actress Funke Akindele, describing her as one of the most hardworking entertainers. In an interview with Shoot Gideon, Falz reflected on his journey with Akindele from their on-screen collaboration in the hit sitcom Jennifer's Diary to their upcoming projects. Falz highlighted Akindele's exceptional work ethic, dedication, and passion for her craft, which makes her stand out. Akindele's tireless efforts have solidified her position as one of the Nigeria's most respected entertainers, earning Falz's admiration. Still on showbiz world, renowned skit maker Emmanuel Nweke, popularly known as Chris Clown, has expressed enthusiasm about the industry's significant growth. In a recent interview with IP TV, Chris Clown discussed skit making evolution, highlighting its initial underestimation as mere entertainment. However, he emphasized that engaging content requires substantial effort, creativity, time, and intellectual capacity. Chris Clown's success story began in 2014 with short skits on Instagram and YouTube, alongside OG Tega gaining popularity with their comedic portrayal of an exaggerated parent-son relationship. And that's all on the entertainment news. My name is Success Areola.
Thank you, Success. In the world of sports, ex Beyond Limits Ogundana empowers Ekiti football. Tunde Falodun has this and more.
And welcome to Sport News. David Beckham is hopeful that minority owner Jim Ratcliffe will turn Manchester United fortune around, but 6. It will take time to turn to the good old days. The called British billionaire Ratcliffe Ineos took charge of the club football operation earlier this year, but United have had an overwhelming start to the new campaign as they look to build on the last year FA Cup success. However, Beckham, who has been president of MLS side Inter Milan since it was founded in 2018, said on the Rio Ferdinand Present podcast that the fan has been patient enough advising the minority owner Ratcliffe to take necessary action needed to revive the club. Still on sports, former Beyond Limit player Shola Ogundana has made a significant contribution to the development of the grassroots football in his home state, Ekiti, by donating footballs, educational materials, and subsequent funds to both the State Football Association and all 16 local football councils. The generous donation was done inside the Olukayode Stadium, Ado Ekiti, during the grand final of the Prof. Akin Oyebode Cup 2024, an annual under-15 football competition that has been instrumental to the discovery of the young talented in Ekiti State. Currently playing his trade for Flamengo Football Club in Brazil, Ogundana gesture in partner with Beyond Limit Football Academy, a body his community could giving back to society. Ogundana, who was started during the reign of Bayo Olalengi as the chairman of the Ekiti State Football Association, achieved remarkable success, earning a permanent transfer to Brazilian giants Flamengo FC from Beyond Limit Football Academy, Ikene, Ogun State, after impressive scout at the Ferriego Youth Tournament. And that's all on Sport Update this evening. My name is Babatunde Falodun.
Thank you, Falodun. With all sports stories, we end today's edition of News Express on Adamimogo 1